Okay, I accidentally ended the video when I came out the store. I'm on my way to work. I'm waiting for the bus now, so I might have to end it again. But I wanted to get this out of my head real quick while I'm thinking about it, because the fact is that even after we wake up, even after we see the truth, the rest of the world is still screaming in their sleep. They don't know what to do. I can't even tell you how many times I actually did wake up. I saw what was going on. I saw the truth of reality, and I ignored it, how I fell back into the political system, because ignorance is bliss. It's easier to not look at the truth. It's easier to just keep pushing through and pretend to be like everyone else, especially if you're different in any way, if you think differently in any way, if you have a different kind of, sorry, I live on the industrial side of town. If you have any different kind of belief system, especially when you start calling the world the Matrix and God a simulation, which that's a whole nother topic of discussion that I'm not putting in this video. So, okay, we're still in the world, we still see the bullshit, so what do you see? What do you see the most? What bothers you the most is a good question. I see a lot of abuse, I see a lot of negativity, and I see a lot of people refusing to see the truth. I see a lot of people repeating generational cycles, trauma, curses, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't care, man. The metaphors are all the same thing at the end of the day. Anyways, so I think we should pick a lane. What lane? Where do I feel most passionate? I feel most passionate about animals and children. Elderly too. Kids are easier for me than old people though, personally, but I'm sure there's somebody else out there equally passionate about elders that can't deal with children, you know what I mean? So it works. There is one of us for everything and one of us for each space, and that is just the truth. God gave us individual talents, abilities, things that we can see that others can't, things that we can do that others can't, ways that we can communicate with certain types of people that others can't, if you feel where I'm taking this. So I'm not going to put my plan out there on the internet. Once it's a reality, I will gladly celebrate with everyone in the fucking world. But until then, I'm not going to say exactly what I want to do. But I do want to help people. Another one for me, which I've personally been through, which I plan on posting about, my own healing journey from abuse, narcissistic, parental, mental, physical, you name it. I could have easily kept making bad choices. I could have easily stayed with my ex and not had to go through the journey I went through. I could have easily kept getting high and just killed myself eventually, but I'm glad I didn't. Many people do. I'd say 95% of the world is screaming in their sleep right now, and they don't know what to do about it. They don't know how to heal. They don't know how to walk away. They don't know how to get clean. They don't know how to let go of whatever happened to them. And I think it's up to us. If we truly want to escape the matrix, we have to challenge the system, and we have to show others the truth in the most gentle way possible, because calling them sheep, and I mean, I'm guilty of the whole NPC thing, but that falls back to my spirituality, those with the divine spark and those without the divine spark, and I truly believe that some of us just aren't real. Topic for another video, definitely. If anyone's interested in going down that path, definitely let me know. I would like to share the spiritual revelations and experiences and the things that I have seen, witnessed, and felt. And I think I'm going to. I don't care what anybody thinks about it anymore. It's my truth. Like everyone says, this is my truth. Bitch, this is my truth. So I don't know. If you're miserable and you're like, I escaped the matrix, I see the truth, but I don't know what to do, what bothers you the most? Ask yourself today, what bothers me the most? Where can I make a difference? What steps can I take to make that difference? Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. I try to help the kids in the neighborhood, and then their parents want to talk to me, and I'm like, I better talk to them because I don't want them to think I'm a weirdo or anything like that. But really, I'm just trying to show kids a positive influence. I drop little seeds of knowledge and, tips for growing up in the hood, because I don't want to see them fall into the same cycle. I don't want to see them repeat the same cycle. And the fact is that I see most of their parents fucking abusing them, and I can't take it anymore. So even if it's something as simple as me buying a group of 5 kids in the neighborhood ice cream when I get home from work, even if I'm kind of broke and don't have the money, just to see them smile. Like, I walked home the other day and I didn't have shit. I really didn't. And one of my favorite kids, it was his birthday, and I was like, all right, I owe you technically. So I took him over, and all these little girls followed me. And when I saw this little girl the next day, it was like the next day or 2 days later, she ran up to me and just wrapped her arm around my leg and hugged me. And it was, I don't know, it was nice. It was nice because you don't see it often, especially me being a white woman with a gender fluid white child living in a 98% predominantly black neighborhood, just integrating myself and being accepted, and seeing the truth of, don't get me wrong, I don't think that we're different, but I do think that our generational loops simply differ because of culture. And the way that we're brought up. Personally, my family wasn't much different. That's a story for another day. Where was I going with this? But just to be able to see their loops and understand it, because I've also experienced something very similar being deep in the system my whole life. It just made me feel good. I don't know. It just made me happy. They'll come over and see my kittens, which I love. The kittens love. They're insane. But yeah, before I keep rambling on, I really do. I think that the people that are awakened, especially those that are struggling, you still have to go to work. Call off sometimes. Take care of yourself. I do. It is what it is. That's why I live in the hood again, because I just could not bring myself to keep working my body into the ground every day for a system that doesn't give a fuck about me. So I call off sometimes. I sleep. Whatever. I need it. Okay? We all need sleep. We all need to rest. We all need to take better care of ourselves. I think that will vastly increase the vibration in this world if we're actually capable and able and have the time and the energy to not just take care of ourselves, but to give back. So yeah, go to work. Think of something you can do. I've been fighting making these videos for months. I've made a couple and then I was like, okay, I sound crazy, so I'm not going to do it. But I've reached a point, not just in my life, in my path, through my own self-work, through my own deep shadow work, and through just remembering who the fuck I am, so that I don't care anymore. I don't care if anyone thinks I'm crazy. I don't care if I teach a spiritual path and everybody calls me a cult leader. Bitch, go ahead, call me what you want. They're gonna judge you regardless at the end of the day, so do what you're passionate about and make a difference. Pay it forward. Just pay it forward. I hope this made sense, and I really hope that it reaches the people that need to see it right now, because I've been seeing a lot of depressed, awakened people posting videos about, yeah, I escaped the Matrix, but what now? Do something. Do something not just for the world, but make sure you do something for yourself every day. Make sure you take time in silence every day, too. That was one thing I had to really force, to sit down, my bus is coming, and just make myself be at stillness, because the rest of the world, man, it will keep you in a loop whether you're awake or not. And to make yourself sit down and breathe and just be in the moment, it's a beautiful fucking thing. I'll continue this later. I hope you all have a good day.